Hey guys, I'm back. Let me double check and make sure this is working right. It is. All right, listen, I'll explain this in a second. I was gonna do a long review on, what's that game called? Fortnite. And I just can't, I don't like it. I don't like the format. I don't like that you can't create an avatar if you can. They're not telling you how to do it. And I'm not gonna be all over the damn internet trying to figure out how to become an independent person on this game. I'm not just gonna flop myself into an individual game and shoot people. It's just not a lot of fun for me. So I'm going to do this right here, Breath of the Wild. A buddy of mine asked me when I was gonna do this one. I'm gonna get to all of them, like I said, eventually, but I figured I'd go ahead and start. My son making all that ruckus. Let me see how loud this is. Not loud enough. Go ahead and start with Breath of the Wild. Now listen, this is on my wife's name on this, my Switch. Because apparently if I start a new game, then it will delete everything I've done. And those of you that have played this before, this and Tears of the Kingdom, it takes a lot of effort to 100% these games. And I'm not just talking about 100% the map, I'm talking about all the equipment upgrades, all the armor upgrades. That takes a long time. And I'm not doing all that again for a video. What I'm gonna do is play through this intro, Breath of the Wild, today. I'm gonna go ahead and do the tutorial basically on the Great Plateau. It'll get you started. And then after that, we all know this game is a do what you want to do game. If you haven't played it yet, watch me, I'll help you get through it. But there's a lot of things you can do, a lot of places you can go anywhere, you know what I mean? I suggest you stay out of some areas, you know, right away. The desert's a little bit complicated with the heat, and the Goron area too. But we'll get to that when we get to that. For the time being though, I'm letting this play out. Anyone who's seen this before, and most of you have, Link's apparently been in a coma for 100 years. And this is how it starts. But again, unlike, what do you call it, Fortnite, they basically flop you in here and let you learn the movements, learn the everything, whatever you need to know is kind of done on the tutorial here, and that's exactly, and then they let you free off the Great Plateau and you go do what you want to do. And I wish the other games had this format. That's why Tears of the Kingdom works so well. That's why most Zelda games work so well. Maybe that's the reason why Zelda is my favorite game series of all. But we're gonna start this one here, see how far I can get through today. Probably just like I said, the Great Plateau. I am wearing one of my Zelda shirts. I don't know if you can see it. It's got the Master Sword and the Triforce, and there we go. Yeah, I love this game. Anyway, so I think Zelda talks to us here too. Anyway, when this game came out, I discussed this in one of my other videos. I was not financially able to afford to pay for a Nintendo Switch at the time. So I just kind of watched it from afar. I'm gonna turn this a little bit more. But I had, and yes I did, a Wii U. So my wife bought it for the Wii U, and I beat it on the Wii U, 100%ed it.
Take it. It will help guide you after your long slumber.
And then eventually I bought myself a Switch and got this game and did it all over again. You and I know though, if you've played this one and Tears of the Kingdom, after God knows how many hours of Tears of the Kingdom, 100% of that one too, all the upgrades, all the, you know, armor abilities, everything upgraded. After a while, your fingers get used to doing things on that game that you can't do in this one. So I'm gonna have to get used to it again, because the Sheikah Slate in this one is not the same as what you do in the other one. So I'm gonna have to get used to that feel again, and it'll tell you how to do all this stuff. If you know what I mean, it's just kind of, I'm gonna go ahead and equip this stuff. I have no weapon yet. I'll get that when I go outside. All right, it'll show you here basically how you can move through each area, open it up using the Sheikah Slate. Right. It'll show you how to climb, when something you'll use every time, all the time, every day. You'll be climbing mountains like crazy. But again, one of the things I love so much about this game though is that they give you something they didn't give you in other Zelda games, which is the freedom to play it as you want to, go where you want, when you want. It wasn't just set up like the originals were, go to this dungeon, get this special item, use it to kill the boss-ish, you know, sometimes, and then you will use it to advance to the next dungeon, and they'll give you a new weapon to kill the boss to advance to the next dungeon. The linear gameplay kind of thing. This one's got the ability to, if you want to play it linear fashion, but you can do anything you want to. Now, I don't know what people prefer, but what I'm going to do is go through the tutorial here on the Great Plateau, and you'll see it. It'll teach you how to do all 3 of your runes, I think is what they're called. Again, there's something different on Tears of the Kingdom, I forget. But then I'm going to spend a lot of time doing things that a lot of people don't do. People are always so interested in getting the, what's called the Divine Beast beat. I'm going to spend more time in shrines trying to build up my stamina and heart collection, heart bar, and collecting weapons and shields and armors. So I can go into these Divine Beasts, which are the 4 dungeons of this game. I'll go into them more prepared. That's a beautiful shot. You gotta love it. This is seeing this for the first time, and you realize you can go anywhere you can see. It's like, that's a lot of Hyrule, and it's gonna take me a long time. Anyway, but I'm gonna try to power up best I can so I can go into these Divine Beasts well equipped. Because I'm going to tell you, and you probably know, the one that whipped me bad when I got there in real gameplay without trying to be super strong, was the desert. The what do you call it? The Gerudo Desert. The Divine Beast in that one, the Thunder Blight Ganon is what you'll call it. And we'll get there when we get there. Whipped me some kind of viciously. Now this is my first weapon of the game. It's a stick. Now we're going to advance a lot in the weapon world throughout this game. You pick up anything that flickers, and you'll see what I'm talking about when you get there. You saw that there was an old man down there we're going to go visit. This is the first flickering piece here, Hylian mushroom. And you'll collect this stuff. You can cook with them, and I'll show you how when we get there. We're going to go down there to that little fire, talk to that man. We're going to pick up everything we can as we go. Now, I don't know if I can get that beetle right now. That's not what I wanted to do. That's what I want to do, yeah. Crouching is stealth mode here. I haven't done this in a long time. That little beetle on the tree right there, I want him only because I know that later on they become more difficult to get. There's 3 different kinds, and I like, oh, there's another one. What do you know? Anyway, it is what it is. Anyway, the collection on this thing is massive as far as what you can find, what you can cook, what you can, I mean, anything, sell, trade. And again, these will make a little da-na-na-na-nas or whatever for everything. If I take that baked apple to get an attitude with me, I'll get it in a minute. And I think I say this every video. I apologize for my son's noise in the background. Now, if you haven't played this before and you want to take the time to read everything the old man says, more power to you. I've done this enough, so I know. Okay, I'll get the torch here. Come in handy later. Can be used as a weapon. Set things on fire. I use it as a weapon either. It doesn't matter. I don't need your advice here, old man. I'm taking this apple too, and he's gonna get mad at me. That's mine. It doesn't matter. I'm taking it, son. All right, now we're gonna roll down here to see our first, we'll call it enemy of the game, the Bokoblin. There's a woodcutter axe. It's a good bit stronger than the stick. And that first Bokoblin's coming over here, somewhere around this. Oh.
Head for the point marked on the map in your Sheikah slate.
Yeah, I know, I'll go there. But what I'm gonna do is first go into the Temple of Time. And I think there's an armor in there I can get. Here's that bokoblin. That's the worst part about it. You gotta completely annihilate the weapon before it'll let you swap. And this is the first piece of monster guts. What is it? A bokoblin horn and a fang. And those again you'll be using throughout the game. There's a ton of them, y'all. Ton of stuff. And here comes the first. I think I passed it already. I'll go back up here. The first of many of these, the infamous Korok seeds. There's only 900 of those to go. I don't know if I'll get all those done in this game because that's a lot of work. I've done that in my other one. And if you don't believe me, I'll prove it to you later, not right now. There's a rusted weapon up here, but it's better than the stick I got. The 3 hearts in the upper left is your health. This green bar that's going down next to my head is your stamina. Both of those will get bigger and I guess more plentiful, whatever word you want to use, as you go on. You'll find shrines. Shrines are like small dungeons. They'll give you the equipment you need to upgrade your stamina and your health / hearts. I see a lizard. I'm gonna try to get him. Generally pretty good at seeing. Now he's running. But I'll eventually get weaponry, or should I say weaponry, armor that will make me stealthy. And I can sneak up on these things and get them. But for now, I'm doing what I can. And maybe you would walk through this a lot faster, but I'm trying to realize that you may be a first timer, and I'm trying to do this again like a legitimate walkthrough, best I can. And I didn't mean to crouch there. But I'm trying, I've done, like I said, I've completed this thing to perfection. Same with Tears of the Kingdom, and I'm trying to play this as if I'd never done it before, and I want you to do that with me. So I know personally, there are things I know that you don't, so you're a first timer. So I'm going to go over here and get these. I think there's a, what do you call it? Piece of armor over here. Yeah, that's a moderate upgrade from the crap I'm wearing. And I'm going to equip it. Now, I'll probably end up using those for more or less the rest of the game. Yes, they'll get advanced. They won't be just a measly little 3. But they work well with the other primary chest piece, we'll call it, the tunic. That is a guardian. I'll probably search him. Oh, yep. That's a rusted old guardian. You're gonna see those later. And if you'll excuse my language, those things are gonna scare the shit out of you. Still scare me, and I can whip them tirelessly. It's just they stick. It's good design. They're scary. Can I get some more stuff? Ancient gear. Little everything. I like to get these things early if I can. I'm gonna get up here. Put a little damage on this guy. Okay. I think it's another armor piece. Maybe it's not. I can't remember. No, the first bow of the game. Now, we'll use the bow. We don't have any arrows yet. We will need arrows in order to use the bow. You can shop for them, or you can get them from enemies. And we will run into an enemy or two on the way to our first little section we're going to go to. Now, this is a goddess statue. There's going to be many of those throughout the game. You'll use those to upgrade your health and your stamina. So for now, we've got what I want. We've got the armor upgrades. Got a couple of guardian pieces. Got the bow. Got a couple of good little moblin clubs here that we can use. Now, if you look on the put a little negative button, whatever you call it, dash, you can see where you are. You'll unlock this whole map. Yes, it's big. So you can see where you are, and Zelda said she wants you to follow Sheikah Slate to that location. Well, that is right there in front of us, and I'll get there in just a second. I'm trying to avoid damaging myself because I can hurt myself by falling at this point. You'll acquire something later in the game that you'll use that'll keep you from having, I wonder if I can get this one here. Yep, it'll keep you from damaging yourself when you fall. You can float, more or less. And there's that thing sticking out of that rock right there. That's where we're going to go. And I believe this guy right here, yeah, these guys have bows and arrows. So I'm going to go ahead and eliminate them and take some of their weaponry, because the arrows become a big deal. That's not fun. I'm so used to doing the other button. Hold on. If you played the other game, you'll know what I'm talking about. More arrows and a bokoblin horn. Let me go ahead. This guy's got it. Looks like the first sword of the game. Traveler sword. First shield of the game too. Gonna be a lot of them, and you'll learn it as you go. All right, let's go up here. Okay, these are called Sheikah Towers. They're going to be all over the map, and by going to the top of them, start at the top of this one, but this is the ground, they're coming up now, but by going to the top, you can access the ability to view the map in this section that it covers. This one covers the Great Plateau. There's the Hebrew region. You'll see a general gist. That's the, what do you call it? The mountain. I forget what it's called. Anyway, I'll get there. But you'll get the maps for the whole region. It's kind of sectioned off accordingly. You'll see how it goes. And now I think the old man's going to come back and tell me he wants me to do something. puts the information here in the Sheikah slate. So now, like I said, I'll have access. And you see that one in the background. There's another one that's sitting there, and I'll go to him pretty soon because after I get off the Great Plateau, I'll be making my way to a familiar town that we've all heard of, where we played Zelda before, Kakariko Village. And here's the first little section. Now this is a tutorial section. We'll do most everything we need to do to learn how to play this game within this area. And let's see what the old man wants us to do.
You have been asleep for the past 100 years. The beast. When the beast regains its true power, this world will face its end.
Calamity Ganon. And again, like I said, this game, once you get done with the tutorial here, you can run right to him and fight him and beat the game.
You must hurry.
If you want to be that kind of person, more power to you. But I don't.
Before it's too late.
It's just fun to play the game. I'm not here to beat the game. I like to play the game. That's the whole point. That's why I 100% these games when I play them. Now, here comes the old man. I guess I got to get off this tower first. Okay. Let me get off the tower before I see the old man. I forget which way do I need. No, there it is. At the bottom of the tower, I'll see him. Now, I can take damage at this point, so what I do is I'm going to go down slowly and patiently. I remember when I first did this, I didn't know what I was doing. But again, at the end of this tutorial, you'll get something that will eliminate this necessity. And I have not done this a million times. Again, I've done it a couple, so don't get mad at me if I'm a little slow. Like, oh, I can do it faster. Oh, maybe you can. But I'm trying to take it easy. All right, there's the paraglider. Is the thing he's got there. What he's going to give me once I get done with this tutorial. It was Zelda. And while he's talking, again, you can read it on your own time, but what I'm saying is this game was so big and gorgeous. They made the sequel, we'll call it, Tears of the Kingdom, and it made it even bigger. I have no idea what they're going to do next. Now, they did do, and I've already done the walkthrough on this, not walkthrough, a playthrough, because I had to learn it myself, Echoes of Wisdom, which is nothing like this. Nothing like this, but it's a good game, fun. I enjoyed it. But when it comes to the new system they're going to come out with, and the Beyond the Switch, with Switch 2, whatever it's going to be called, they're likely to either release it with the new Animal Crossing, because they've been waiting to do that for a while, or the new Zelda. But it took a half a decade to make Tears of the Kingdom after this one came out. So I don't know. They're just going to only get bigger and bigger and bigger, you know, and longer in production, I'm guessing. So, all right, so he wants me to get the treasure out of this shrine. I'll go to the shrine. That one right there. Now, when I get done with it, there's more of them, and I'll show them to you. There's 4 of them. There's one of them up there. See it right there. And I'll do all 4 of these because he won't give me what I want until after I've done it. So and again, this is a tutorial. You'll get to learn to use your Sheikah slate and the abilities within it. Now, I think you can go the other way. I'm just going to always go this way. Force a habit. Don't know why. But this will teach you how to use the Sheikah Slate, which is a very necessary piece in this game. And today in particular, like I said, I'm just going to do the walkthrough on the tutorial. I will, on another day, go find the Korok seeds, most of them at least in this area. Find the secrets, because there's stuff inside these little ponds right here on the bottom. You see that treasure chest? I can't do anything with it till I get... There's another one over there. There's one, and there's two. My point is I can get this stuff later. I'm not going to fool with it right now. I'm just going to get the tutorial out of the way and show you how to play the game. To each his own after that. But I will try to beat this thing. And I'm going to skip this from now on, but I'm going to let you see the graphic behind it, how it does this opening for every one of these shrines. Pretty cool. But you'll do this, I think it's 120 of them, 120 times, so you'll get tired of that. You'll just skip it. This part too. All right, Magnesis is one of the abilities with your Sheikah Slate. We'll learn it right here very early. By going to this pedestal over here, hooking the Sheikah Slate up to it, and you will use it constantly throughout the game. But it'll teach you how to do it right here. This is the part where you learn. And again, I can probably skip this, but I'm going to let it play through so you can see it. Again, I'm going to assume you've never done this before. As you can see, there's 5 of them. 6 of them, yes, I can count. They're not all acquired here. There's other things like amiibos and things like that you'll see. All right, so by hitting your L, not your L, or your actual L button up here, you can use your Sheikah abilities. And you don't have to move the boat, but I'm going to do it anyway. Come on down here. I don't need to get in the water. And come in here, next room. There's nothing in here except for that block, but you don't need it right now. Remove this one and use it to open up your way here. Now that's a guardian, a mini guardian. There's gonna be a lot of those in the game, and they get stronger. That's a guardian, mini guardian 1, I think is what I think. It's been a long time. But there's a lot of those in the game. What you'll need to do here is turn around, grab this guy, and make your bridge the other way. Very simple procedure. Like you can get it to, there we go. Now you can get up there, but I'm not interested in that right now. I'll come back for it later. Just trying to get through the tutorial here. That's it. Now you'll get, I forget what they're called in this one, he'll tell you. The reward here, and you get 4 of those. You can access the shrine and upgrade your stamina and your health when you get 4 of them. And I'll have exactly 4 when I finish this tutorial. And I'll let you see the monk here talks to me and tells me about this and so forth and so on. Now, you're going to hit that X button because you're going to get tired of this again, like I said. Spirit orb, that's what they're called. called something different in Tears of the Kingdom, and I forget what they're called there too. I haven't played these in a while. Collect 4 of these, and like I said, it's 120 shrines, so you got plenty of opportunities all over Hyrule. 4 of those gives you a heart, and 4 of those gives you an increase on your stamina wheel. So, anyway, so that's number 1 of 4. We're going to go over here back to talk to the old man. And he's going to tell me I can't have what I wanted, which is a paraglider, until I get the other 3. That's a kind of a dick move, old man. I know. 3 more here. Change your mind. Alright, he basically tells me to go up there and I can pinpoint these things. Now, I'm going to do that just because that's how I learned to do it. You don't have to. You can just know where they are. I know where they are. You can watch me get you to them. I will, I guess, go ahead, since I said that about these, I'll go ahead and pull this one out and get the other one too, because I think there's something rubies or something. Yeah, amber. Those will come in handy later on for other things too. And you will collect those throughout the game. There's one of them up there. I think I needed to bring that thing with me that was in the water over there. But for now, I'll just get this Korok seed. They're going to be, like I said, 900 of these bad boys, so you're not going to have a hard time finding them. This one's fairly simple though. You just pick him up and put him in the log hole there, drop it, and let it fall back in the water, you idiot. Alright, let me set it in there this time. There we go. I've got 2, only 898 to go. Alright, we'll come back for that stuff later. Let's go on back to the top of the Sheikah Tower. And I'll show you how you can mark these things, your shrines. Again, you will really only need to do it on this one. You don't even have to do it, but you'll learn to do it here. Then you'll just, for lack of better words, what's happen upon is it. You'll just walk, and there they are, you know, shrine. And you'll go in and take care of the quest involved and get another orb to put towards your health or stamina. And again, this is not entirely necessary, but I'm going to do it because that's how I learned to do it. Let my stamina bar go back up. You always want to have full stamina if you can help it. And there's some of them which are real fun. There's one a little bit past, I think it's towards the castle, that you got those little guardians targeting on you while you're trying to get up this thing, and it's not fun. Which you'll learn like I did. It's just best to don't try to ignore them, just go kill them guys. Just get rid of them. Well, that's not the one. That's the one. How'd you get up here? Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, I can't just travel to it. That's my own idiotic thing. Alright. I got it. So what I'll do is I'll look out there and I'll see that one, and I can go boop, like that. There's one down here. There it is. And then there's one up. Where'd it go? There. Oh, someone meant to do it. Now. I'm going to go to the closest one, and while I'm doing that, I'm going to, there's one section here in the Great Plateau that's cold, and that's where the last one is. We need to be able to cook a food first to get warm, but you have to acquire the kinds of food that you can cook to warm you or cool you accordingly. And at this point, that is chili peppers. Now we're going to head over here towards, I think it's this one here, yeah. And go to that one first. And like I said, y'all, there's a lot of stuff, a lot of Koroks, enemies to fight, things of that nature out here, but I don't have the patience for it right now. Again, I'm just trying to get you through the tutorial. And I may very well, when I'm done with this one, go through and walk the entire Great Plateau and get every secret, every Korok, kill every enemy just because I want to get their weapons and items and, you know, stuff like that. But we'll see as we go. Now, I can't exactly remember. Oh yeah, there it is. Now this section here, there's fish in the water, which you can get. You will use those to cook. And I will get this treasure chest like I did the other ones. And this is what I mean. There's going to be a lot of these things in the game, and in this area in particular. Now I can't use the resin right now, but you'll see what I mean. Now there's the shrine, but before I get to that shrine, there's going to be one of these guys here, two of them actually, I think, that's alive, and man, it scared me to death the first time. There's one of them. Now, I'm smart enough to know at this point just to avoid him. Or let him kill me. What an idiot. Maybe I should just climb the wall. Well, that's not going to happen very often, y'all. Sorry about that. I'll just avoid him this time and go up the wall and go straight to the shrine. And I think there's another one, yeah. Okay, I got it. I'm aware. He's gonna try to kill me. I got that. Now I'm gonna have to run for this. Can't get me when I'm over here. And I'm gonna skip this because I showed you this already. Now let's just get in the shrine and do what we gotta do. Skip this too, you've seen it. Acquire our next piece right here, and I believe it's bombs. Look at this. And some of these shrines get extremely complicated. I don't know why. I don't mind it though. They decided to make more of these shrines and less dungeons in this game. So they're like small dungeons all over the game. They don't necessarily have bosses in them or rewards like a hook shot and stuff like that, like you get in the other games. But oh yeah. It's been a while. I haven't done this because, again, like I said, I've got the other game. I like work. And you do have to wait for the bombs to recharge themselves. Ooh, nice. Two-handed weapon. Fairly simple here on this one. I want that treasure chest. I'm sorry about my son, you know. He'll stop in a minute, I hope. Anyway, so what we'll do is we'll take a bomb and drop it down in there. And then it'll shoot it over there and we'll target it to explode right about there. Let's do another one. Open up a little more space. I mean, I can go over there myself and do it, but I'd rather do that. Okay, and that's rune number 2, the bomb. So you got the magnesis and the bomb. And that bomb comes in 2 fashions. It's either got the round one that you can roll, that kind of thing, and there's a square one that can just sit. And you'll use them both accordingly, which is pretty cool. Skip again, you've seen this before. And again, I apologize. This can be done a lot faster. I'm just trying to do it as if I would be you first timing it, you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm not worried about you. I think there's treasure chest around here somewhere, but I'm not going to fool with it now. Like I said, that shrine up there is the next one I'm going to go to, and before I get there, I believe I'm going to find the old man in a little house here, and I think in that house I can find the peppers. Here it is, it's there, right up by my head, see? Anyway, I get the chili peppers in there, I believe, and I can make a meal that will help me battle cold, not take damage in cold. Now, there's not any cold right here, but there will be coming up at the top of that mountain. See the frost up there? This is a rush room. I'm gonna go ahead and get them just because, again, I like to get my inventory, get that out of my way that I have it, so I can just get the quick pick there. This is Staminella mesh mushroom. Basically helps you right here create foods that will increase your stamina. I always take the weapons I can find. Again, I'm going to get some massive weapons at some point in this game. I don't want this. Massive weapons at some point in this game, and it's nice. There's the spicy pepper. There's the old man sleeping. Should I wake him? He's gonna get mad at me. Alright, like you said, there's a fire outside if I'm looking to pass time. And the old man's diary. You can read it. Not necessary. Says something about a warm doublé or whatever it's called. Pot lids, aka shield. Hylian shroom. Now what I'm gonna do right here is make myself, now I can get that warm doublé or whatever it's called, do whatever. And let's see, a fish. I'll get that warm doublé and it'll help me, it's an armor that'll help me keep warm, but for now I don't have it, so I'm gonna make this. I'm gonna make a little jingle. And this piece right here gives me, if you can read the thing there, 5.5 minutes of cold resistance. Now I'm not there yet, but I will have it when I'm ready. Now, later on we'll be able to climb and so forth and so on. Right now we can't, I'm sorry, like fly, I mean with the paraglider. But right now what we're gonna do is use what we've got to do what we can. Long drop down there. It will kill you instantly. And also, the best part about nighttime is the sleeping bad guys, we'll call it. They're out cold. Now this is a bit time consuming here because you got to scale the entire mountainside, but it gives you little cliffs here to rest and regenerate your stamina. Where's the next one? I guess right there. Yeah. And another rush room while we're at it. And that one. Yeah, we're gonna go to that one. And like I said, y'all, there's a ton of hidden stuff out here. Weapons and gems and so forth and so on. And there's all kinds of insects. Creatures to... I think I can make it up here. Creatures that you can find. But they're not all necessary for right now. And this will be the last one here. Now we're going to be, it's literally going to put us right on top of that shrine. So we'll go ahead, get this shrine, and then we'll move our way into the cold area. You can see the frost up there, the snow. It's not quite cold yet, but it will be. First things first, though. I forget how to change. There it is. No, it's not right. Oh, that's right. I gained that piece here. It'd be magnesis. Anyway, sorry, I'm used to the Tears of the Kingdom, y'all. It's been a while. All right, this one, like I said, is called magnesis. It's magnetic, basically. You'll see what I mean. Pretty cool piece. Alright, we're going to stop this right about... Oh, I forgot. You got to do this. My bad. There. And it's temporary. So walk across. Now this one here, I got myself hurt a lot of times working on this one, but I'm going to show you how I do it. What I do is I get him and I push him. Oh yeah, I forgot it has to recharge just like the other one does. I'm such an idiot. But I think there's a treasure or something up here. Yeah, so we're gonna try to take our chances here. My fault. Oh Lord. I don't want to take any chances with a quarter of a heart here. I'm going to let the last one come down and I'm going to go to the right. And unfortunately, at the end of the shrines, you do, they do heal you up and get you full energy back. So I don't have to worry about cooking anything for what you call it. All right, let's see. Drop that one and drop that one. I won't need it right now. Oh man. Now what I do is when I get this thing stasis or whatever, I can move it. Like so. All right, So you'll see a lot of uses for stasis throughout the game. I'll go through it as it comes at me, but that's number 3 of 4. Now there's one more left. It's in the frozen area up high. We'll go get that real quick. And again, I will use the food that I cooked to get me cold protected, whatever you want to call it. Well, I don't sound like I'm very professional at this, do I? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not. Whatever. I just play the games. Alright, now with the stasis thing, we can go do what I was going to do a minute ago. Which is this. Now you can swing these two-handed ones in like circular motion. But as you can see, that's not entirely necessary. Take this guy. He'll go first. There's probably another jewel in here. I can't remember. No, another bow. That's good. Alright, now what we're going to do is we're going to climb up here. Just like we did earlier. And as you'll see, we'll get to the top and it'll be cold. And then it will ask me to either get hurt or do something about it, and I'm going to do something about it, and we're gonna time consuming, I know. Alright, you can see I'm shivering. That right there with a little snow flake on it means it is cold resistance for 5 minutes. Now, I think I can do this in 5 minutes. We'll see. Let me see if I remember exactly. So straight ahead, yeah. Now there's a lot to be done here, a lot of bosses to mess with, yes, but I'm going to try to avoid them for now, just like I said, to get the shrine, get the rune. So there's a bokoblin right there on the right. And like the old man said, there is a piece of clothing over here that I can get that will keep me from having to make foods that'll keep me warm, at least in this temperature. Now when you get to the Hebrew Mountain Range, it's real cold. And let me make sure I'm going the right way. Yeah, I think it's it's up there. Right there at the top of that thing. You see that clock dwindling, but I'll get there, not a big deal. Yep. Yeah. And not only is it going to help me with the cold, it looks way better on me than this old shirt. You know what I mean? Admit it. Yeah. Alright. Now, I believe there was... No, not that. Where did I go? Oh, there it is. There's a circle of rocks down there. I'm going to go ahead and get it because it's on the way and I've got the warm thing here now, so I don't have to worry about time. This is another Korok puzzle. it wants you to finish the design. And the design here is, since it's the first one, very simplistic. It's just a circle. You'll pick up this one here. And typically the rock is on the side where the hole is, like right here. Now let's say had the hole been, I'll get there, hang on. Thank you. Had the hole been over here, the rock would have been over here. You get my point. So let's go get this last shrine and get this paraglider and get through with this tutorial. You see there's a lot of Hyrule out there though. Typical. But I want their food, so I'll take it. And I'll just leave. I mean, I don't need everything they've got right now at the point. I just need to get to the shrine. And we're almost done, y'all. It's Cryonis, yeah, this is the one that makes water pedestals, ice pedestals. You'll see what I'm talking about. It's a pretty cool little piece. And that one on the far right is for amiibos, and I've got the entire amiibo collection in card form, some behind me. But nonetheless, I can still get what I need to through the amiibos. Now this one's a little different. You'll use this to push up the gate. Pretty simple. I'm gonna get you. Oh yeah. Yeah, let me go get this first. Don't even want it, so good, you can keep it. And like I said, these first ones are strictly tutorials. Not a lot of nasty enemies in it. Pretty easy, just to let you see how to use the particular runes. And after this, you'll get the paraglider from the old man. And then you are free to explore Hyrule all you want to. And like I said, I'm going to linger around. I'm going to go try to get a couple of shrines done. You'll see when the gameplay starts, and I'm gonna have to talk to Impa, and she's gonna tell me she needs me to find some memories too, because I've been gone 100 years, asleep 100 years. So there's a lot of things to do. This game is big. Now Tears of the Kingdom is even bigger. So here comes the old man. I'm gonna try to do them both, but again, I won't be able to 100%. It takes too much time. I think I've got like 900 hours in Tears of the Kingdom. Tears of the Kingdom. That's way too many. And I'm not gonna do that again. Understand me? All right, so he wants me to go to the Temple of Time. I'm gonna meet him at the top. Yeah, I got it. Let me down from here. Okay, that's where I'm going. Temple of Time. That's not what I wanted to do. Shrine of Resurrection. This is the Temple of Time. This is where I'm gonna go. We started in this area. That's where the what you call it is. The you know what I'm talking about. The statue. I'm just going to travel the Shrine of Resurrection to make it easier, so I don't have to go down this hill again. Once you get the paraglider, you'll be jumping off everything. That's the bottom line. But I don't get it until I talk to him here at the Temple of Time. And this is not right on top of the Temple of Time, but this is a lot closer than I would have been from where I was. And again, there's probably apples and all kinds of other stuff for me to be collecting over here, but I'm not gonna fool with it right now. I'm going to the top of that tower right there. Now, let's see, the statue is glowing, suggesting that I come to it. I will use this opportunity to grab myself another heart, because I do have 4 from the 4 shrines I beat here. Now, heart's always where I go first, because I'd rather not die. And I will get them all 120 of them would be a full hearts. And this game is kind of funny. You can't get a full heart or full stamina. I think you have to pick. I think what most of us do, we don't like to see that stamina wheel not perfect. So we get the full stamina and leave the hearts not all the way. But you can't win. You're not going to get them both. I'm working on it, Hoss. I'm getting there. God, he's needy. I'm just kidding, he's not. Anyway, so we're gonna get up here. There's this ladder I can take, and I think it's right there. Yeah. Take this ladder on up. Now there's another, Korok on the top of that tower there, but we're not going there yet. We're just going to get this done.
Well done there, young one. Now then, the time has come to show you who I truly am. I was King Rome Bosphoramus Hyrule. I was the last leader of Hyrule. A kingdom which no longer exists. The Great Calamity was merciless. It devastated everything in its path, lo, a century ago. It was then that my life was taken away from me. And since that time, here I have remained in spirit form. I did not think it wise to overwhelm you while your memory was still fragile. So rather than that, I thought it best to assume a temporary form. Forgive me. I think you are now ready. Ready to hear what happened 100 years ago. To know Calamity Ganon's true form, one must know the story from an age-long past. The Demon King was born into this kingdom, but his transformation into malice created the horror you see now. Stories of Ganon were passed from generation to generation in the form of legends and fairy tales. But there was also a prophecy. The signs of a resurrection of Calamity Ganon are clear, and the power to oppose it lies dormant beneath the ground. We decided to heed the prophecy and began excavating large areas of land. It wasn't long before we discovered several ancient relics made by the hands of our distant ancestors. These relics, the divine beasts, were giant machines piloted by warriors. We also found the Guardians, an army of mechanical soldiers who fought autonomously. This coincided with ancient legends, oft repeated throughout our land. We also learned of a princess with a sacred power, and her appointed knight, chosen by the sword that seals the darkness. It was they who sealed Ganon away using the power of these ancient relics. 100 years ago, there was a princess set to inherit a sacred power, and a skilled knight at her side.
That would be Princess Zelda
that we must follow
and me,
our
you,
ancestors' path.
Link.
We selected 4 skilled individuals from across Hyrule and tasked them with the duty of piloting the divine beasts. With the princess as their commander, we dubbed these pilots champions, a name that would solidify their unique bond. The princess, her appointed knight, and the rest of the champions were on the brink of sealing away Ganon. But nay. Ganon was cunning, and he responded with a plan beyond our imagining. He appeared from deep below Hyrule Castle, seized control of the Guardians and the divine beasts, turned them against us. The champions lost their lives, those residing in the castle as well. The appointed knight, bravely collapsed while defending the princess. And thus, the kingdom of Hyrule was devastated absolutely by Calamity Ganon. However, the princess survived to face Ganon alone.
Link, you are our final hope. The fate of Hyrule rests with you.
That princess was my own daughter, my dear Zelda. And the courageous knight who protected her right up to the very end. That knight was none other than you, Link. You fought valiantly when your fate took an unfortunate turn. And then, you were taken to the Shrine of Resurrection. Here you now stand, revitalized 100 years later. The words of guidance you have been hearing since your awakening are from Princess Zelda herself. Even now, as she works to restrain Ganon from within Hyrule Castle, she calls out for your help. However, my daughter's power will soon be exhausted. Once that happens, Ganon will freely regenerate himself, and nothing will stop him from consuming our land. Considering that I could not save my own kingdom, I have no right to ask this of you, Link. But I am powerless here. You must save her, my daughter, and do whatever it takes to annihilate Ganon. Somehow, Ganon has maintained control over all 4 divine beasts, as well as those guardians swarming around Hyrule Castle. I believe it would be quite reckless for you to head directly to the castle at this point. I suggest that you make your way east out to one of the villages in the wilderness. Follow the road out to Kakariko Village. There you will find the Elder Impa. She will tell you more about the path that lies ahead. Consult the map on your Sheikah slate for the precise location of Kakariko Village. Make your way past the twin summits of the dueling peaks. From there, follow the road as it proceeds north.
Alright, that is the tutorial for this game. Now, I'm not going to hang it up just yet. I think it's got something here for me. Good bow. Seek out Impa. Now, that's the objective it's got here. Oh, not what I meant to do. You can see where we're going to go. Now, again, it's a big map. A lot of stuff to uncover. But for now, as you can see, I've got these places marked. 4 shrines complete. There's a lot of secrets within the Great Plateau I may come back and get, but for now I'm going to show you exactly how this works. Now you see, it's just like I said earlier, the stamina bar will be going down while you climb or while you fly. Last thing you want to do is let that stamina bar go down to 0 while you're a mile in the sky. I mean, you will have an opportunity, trust me. A lot of high points. Goron area right there. Death Mountain, that's what it was. I couldn't draw it up earlier. You'll be able to get to these spots. What I'll do though now is I'll show you that when you get done with this, you can go in any direction you want to. Now that you've got the paraglider, you can get off of the Great Plateau and you can go anywhere you see. Now what I'm going to do is jump down and get on the main path here headed towards the Kakariko Village area. And officially we're on the ground in Hyrule. That'll be it for now. I'll come back next time, guys. Appreciate it. Have a good one.